Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Cryptic Podcast. My name is Roger Morris. Listen, I was watching a video earlier today of Tucker Carlson and Sean Ryan, and it's a very good video. I highly suggest that people go over and watch it. You know, it seems like we're living in a time where it's draining to the American people. It's draining to the Christian believers. One thing about evil is it prevails when people let evil prevail. You know, we're not here to discuss. I'm not here to discuss who's right or who's wrong in anything. Well, we need to start discussing what is right and wrong. You know, it ain't so much of the people as it is the actions of people that's what's right or wrong. You know, we need to quit believing in our people of authority, people of they don't make no sense, period. It goes against God, period. We don't need to be listening to these people. Not that they're wrong, but the actions that they want us to portray are wrong. You know, everybody can be forgiven. I believe that personally. That's my own opinion. You know, we need to open up our Bibles and try to live a better way of life. I've got a challenge that I want to give everybody to do over the next 6 months. And that is pray for peace for this country and others. Pray for the poor. Pray for the sick. And help people along our way. That means if we see somebody sitting on the street, no matter what you think of them and how they got there, at least offer a hand. Offer them some food. You don't have to give them money. Offer them food. Offer them a prayer. Offer them a hug. You know, this nation needs to get back to what it's built up off of. You know, it's just getting crazier. It seems to me when you see people doing the things we're doing today, the actions of these people are just not right. I don't care how you look at it. I don't claim to be perfect by no means. I got my own failures in life. I've got a past, you know, just like anybody else. And it's not a pretty past, you know. We learn from our mistakes. You know, this country needs to rally together as a nation, not as Democrat or Republican, not as Baptist or Church of Christ or Catholic. You know, God gave us all free will to pick and choose on how we're going to believe, where we're going to go, where we're going to live. You know, we still got all these freedoms, but these freedoms are responsibilities. You know, we need to decipher what's right and wrong. And we need to start putting people in office who is aligning their actions with that. If they're not aligning their actions, then we don't need to vote them in, period. It's our fault. We live in a free country. A lot of people will say we don't, but we do. You know, here in a day or two, I'm going to start doing a series of videos on Roland Doe. Now, I'm not going to say no more than that at this point. If you know who Roland Doe is, you know who he is. I ask that anybody that can give information to this, give it freely right here. You can email me at morrisraj@gmail.com. Type it all in small letters so I can receive your email. And, just be thankful today. We're alive today. We have a chance to make a difference in our lives and somebody else's today. You know, it's like I don't claim to have a whole lot because I really don't. But, you know, There's one thing that God did give me was a discerning heart to use and a conscience to use. And remember that these things are responsibilities of ours. It's not a responsibility of our government. It's not a responsibility of the congregation or anything that you go sit in. You know, it's left up to the individual. God gives that responsibility to the individual, period. You all have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.